All right, here we go. Part two of my little, or part, I don't know. I think this is just a great conversation about, you know, chatting, conversing, trying to get your point across. One of the things that I feel is so many people use insults. Oh, I'm just joking, or sarcasm. Yeah, I guess there's an art to sarcasm too. It's just if you really are just joking, the tone is what I'm listening to. See, I know when it's silly, but if it's that, I hear right away. I was thinking about that phrase when people say, "What are you, raised in a barn?" You know, it's like, what's wrong with a barn? Barns are wonderful. There's cows. You're raised uh, taking care of animals and all kinds of stuff. Um, but you know what some clever ones might be? Well, if you really want to back, you can say, what were you raised by a jerk? Were you raised by, you could say all kinds of stuff. I was actually writing some of these things down, like some people who are shifty and everything, be like, what are you raised by a politician? But I choose, I know I can be sassy. I choose not to do that. So I'm thinking to myself, what about saying something like, when people are digging at you, and you can really feel it. You can really feel when someone's doing the number. And you can say, were you raised without compassion? Were you raised without kindness? Were you raised with mean sarcasm? Just start to push back. And if someone's healing and they really want to own their stuff, they're going to get what you're doing, that you're not trying to be rude. You're actually just trying to have a conversation. What do you want to tell me? You want to tell me you don't like me? You want to tell me I'm doing something that upsets you? You can tell me that. You can say, just the way you're doing that, it just, upsets me. I've done that to people. There's certain things that I get a little bit about washing your hands. If you're going to make me something. And if I see you touching a lot of things, I'll just be like, can you wash your hands? And of course, that could be a little insulting, I guess, because to the person they're like, I'm clean. But if I've been watching you grab your nose or your face or things like that, it's a little too much for me. But I like to say it. Listen, it just gets me a little overwhelmed. And if they want to go further, you can have a discussion. But all these jib jabs, because I'll tell you, most of these people, they give all these jib jabs and they're just sarcastic and mean and it's just a joke. They don't like it when you do that to them. So keep practicing the art of conversing. It can be a beautiful thing. Beautiful. All right, coffee time. Thanks for listening.